Hello there guys, this is SparkyKid17. I'm bringing you another RC review of the new Himoto Shootout. This is actually the brushless version. I purchased this almost ready to run, so it doesn't come with no receiver or transmitter, so you need your own radio basically. I purchased it off eBay. The guy had it on special offer, and it looks quite decent. So I thought, why not? Let's go and buy this buggy. So before we get into anything, this is a 1/8 scale buggy. It is a 1/8 scale. So you can see this is a Hyper 7, and they're exactly the same size. So this is made by Himoto, and it's also made by a lot of other brands. I'm guessing a few of the cheap brands like HSP, Acme you've got. But overall I would say it's a pretty good buggy to look at. We'll give it a quick round. So you've got the Himoto sticker branding. So it's a very nice and sleek buggy. Okay, so let's go through over the few specs you have. So it's got big bore shocks, which are threaded bodied as well, but it is important to mention that the actual shocks are not metal, they're actually plastic, so that does bring some concerns. Pretty good shocks though. I've also got to say that the suspension setup from out the box is actually quite, well, I'd say spot on for a ready to run. It's not too soft, not too hard, and I think the weight of the shock coil they've used is actually quite good. Also mentioning the wheels, I'd say the wheels are a knockoff of the J Concept Rulux. Look quite similar, and the tire tread they've used is a bit on the hard side, but actual rubber compound is actually quite nice, but the foam inserts are quite hard. But I'd say they'd be alright though, but they seem the type of tires are going to wear out quite easily. Also to mention is that the hubs are not metal. You know, like most of the 8 scale buggies come with metal or alloy hubs, CNC cut hubs, but these are not, and they're like a 10 scale design. 8 scales are not like this. If you ever seen an 8 scale buggy, they don't have this kind of hub design. Also, whilst on the subject, you can actually see it does have CV dry shafts at the front, which is a good feature to say it's come out of the box. Okay, so without further ado, let's take the body shell off. The body shell is not Lexan, it's the plastic stuff that's just going to break. You can tell it's not going to be very durable. Okay, so let's do a little, let's zoom into a little bit. So let's just zoom in here. Let's get to the motor side of things. Okay, so the motor that they have used is a Himoto it's a 3000 kV. So I would, to be honest, brushless buggies, they don't really come with 3000 kV motors. Normally they're around 2200 to 2000, and it's actually a 36mm. I'm not sure the actual length, but it looks like a 52, maybe a 53, something that kind of size. but it's not a full 1/8 scale type motor, and it's a 3000 kV. Usually, like I said, they're about 2000. The Speedo, well, ESC is a very well used ESC that comes in ready-to-run vehicles. It's the it's actually made by Hobbywing. It's the 80 amp 4S 2 to 4S ESC that will work on the Hobbywing program cards. Brilliant ESCs. I have used these, and they're actually quite good, and they've got quite a bit of settings on them as well. You can see the Himoto branding there. I just shoved a little bit of a little sticker on there. I don't know if you can make it out in the picture or in the camera. It's right here. It just says Himoto on it. Sorry about the zoom, guys. It's just my camera's playing up. Let's get on to the servo. So the servo is another Himoto. It says 9 kg on it, but you know, a lot of these servos that come in ready to runs are not very good. You can see it's already got a lot of slop in it. Look at that. That's inside the gears. So you've got a lot of slop because of the servo. So if you was to replace this servo, you'd have much less slop. So I'm holding it there so it doesn't move, and now I'm not. You've got so much more. Overall, to say like how much slop and stuff you get. Some cars you get and they're ridiculous amounts, like and you just wheel wobble, but it's not too bad. You know, it's actually the build quality. Sorry about that. The build quality on the actual buggy is actually quite good. It does have a lot of adjustability. It has 2 holes here for the shock alignment, and at the top there's quite a few holes there as well. Also at the back it has a lot of just adjustability for camber links, like so. So lighting is terrible in here, so it's got adjustability there. And it also has on the hub side, I think it's got 2 there. Yes, it's got 2. So that's quite a good feature. So you've got adjustable turnbuckles as well. You got turnbuckles front and rear are adjustable. I've also noticed that the turnbuckles that go to the wheel hubs are actually quite thick, much thicker than the actual steering ones that they've used in the steering. So I can't really think of much else to say about the buggy. We'll go to the motor mount. The motor mount is actually a very poor idea, if I'm honest. They could have just done a standard design, but they had to be a bit awkward and just think of it this way. Well, it's got 2 screws here that you can move. And whilst we're on the subject, I don't know if you can see the pinion, but the pinion is not very big, and you're already like maxed out on the pinion size you can put on. So I'm guessing if you can get a smaller spur gear, which is highly doubtful because it's a Himoto, or you can maybe just slot these out a bit more. So you've got two screws at the top and 2 screws at the bottom, and that will adjust your motor meshing. Also, it's hard to tell, but the actual motor mount in there is actually plastic. I just can't make it out because of the lighting in here, but it's actually plastic. So I'm a bit like this on that. You know, it's not something I would do if I was to manufacture a car. I would not be putting a plastic motor mount on an 8 scale buggy. It's something that you just should not do. Also, what you notice, I turned the car over. The actual chassis is half plastic and half metal. I'm guessing this is just to save costs, which is why they've done it. But it's actually quite bendy. So for those that actually love chassis flex and go on about car handling and all this, well, you'll be loving this buggy because you got tons of it. Maybe a bit too much, but you've got some. So the actual buggy, I would from the rating, from actually just looking at it, you know, I haven't driven it yet. The plastics that they use could be rubbish, and it could just snap in half. You know, a lot of cheap buggies are like that nowadays anyway. So that could be an issue. But from just looking at it, I would say this buggy is quite good. Another topic I should mention is the battery tray. Right, the battery tray, I'll just put this camera down a bit. The battery tray is not very big. I do have another battery tray here. This is from a LOSI 8, and LOSI 8 is this big. The Himoto one just goes to here and here, and it's not very big at all. So you're not going to get the huge 4S batteries in there. The biggest one that I can actually fit from my collection is 3000 mAh 20C. So it's not very big. I would take the time out to do all these, but it just lengthens the video. But I don't want to bore you out anyway. So as you can see there, this is basically topped out. You're not going to get a bigger battery than this unless you put them side by side and use two 2S's. But I'm guessing the battery won't fit on then. I mean, the body shell won't fit on there anyway. So that is a bit of a design flaw, I'm guessing, because if I'm honest, they've tried to make it small and compact by putting a small chassis in there. Yeah, they've used a small chassis, so it's very thin, but it restricts the size in the actual car inside, obviously. And obviously this is a big factor that everyone should know, because I'm sure most people will use huge battery packs and stuff like this. Obviously if you just want to run it on 3 or 4S LiPo, the small one that I showed you, then you'll be fine. But other than that, I think you'll have to maybe modify it and put a different battery tray in there. Another good feature I would say is the front, the front rear brace. It's actually massively thick, and the thickness of that is unbelievable. It's not something you'll be breaking anyway. But the stupid thing is that they've included a huge one here, but at the back they've used a plastic one. So it's not, you know, I'd rather have a thinner metal one front and rear instead of just having one big one. And at the front they have used a metal one as well, but the same again at the back. Sorry guys, it's actually metal at the back as well, so that's good. So at the front they've used front and rear metal, alloy braces, which is good. At the back they've used one plastic one, so that's something to take into account if you're thinking of purchasing one of these. So what I will do, I will post this video on YouTube right now, and hopefully stay tuned and check out my other videos and you'll see this car in action. Okay, thank you for watching guys. Please like, subscribe and comment. It all helps, you know, it tells me what to improve, and maybe a better camera next time and better lighting. But other than that, take care guys, and I'll see you soon.